But the new thing that I will want to share today is to go practical as much as I can, and to relate my own life experience. So I'm going to start from the beginning, or just share the beginning.
Okay.
While I was in primary school, it looked like I was smart, or they said at that time that I was smart. And so I got out of primary school at primary 5 to go into secondary school because they thought I was smart. So I got into secondary school and I was struggling. I was struggling from GSS 1, from a 4th, 3rd, 2nd position in primary school. And then I got into GSS 1 and I was, will I live through the school? And I saw that everybody in my hostel and in my class were smarter than me. There was nothing I did not try to do. So I sucked in that reality of everybody is smarter than me. So just take your place where you belong. So I started running with that till I got into SS1, and I was taken away from that school because it was affecting me both mentally, psychologically, and every aspect of my life at that time. So I got into another secondary school, and my parents still had that fear of she's still going to continue with this 35th, 36th, 30 whatever position. So it was another school. So I sat down as a young girl and I said no. There was a point in my life where I was third, second, 4th position. What took me to 35th, 36th?
Yeah.
So
someone wrote like Jesus 35th position.
Yeah. So
that's the whole point.
I got up, and I'm sure a lot of people will not believe this part of my life because they all thought that Tokpa is very smart. At some point I had 35th, 36th position in secondary school. So SS1 I had to repeat that class. And while repeating the class, I thought to myself, do I want this to continue? Let me even find out what these smart kids are doing. Let me find out, So I got close to one of them. I'm sure he will still come online very soon. Sheyi Ali is his name. He's, the superstar and was always coming first and all of that. So I found out from him, how do you read? How do you... And he said, why are you asking me these big questions? I said, because I'm going to write WAEC. And I would not want to write WAEC 2 times. So I want to know how you did it. So he started telling me you have to start reading in beats and all of that. To cut the long story short, SS1, SS2, I was, doing quite well. And then it was time to write WAEC. The fear I had in SS1, I actually did not put power into it to get the result. I just had that fear and I was running with the fear. There was no strategy. There was no approach to what I was doing. But I had that fear of I want to write WAEC. So lo and behold, failed it. I didn't pass maths and English. I wrote the 3rd one. I did not pass maths and English 3 times. So, it was at that point I was like, do I really, or am I destined to go into university? You understand?
I understand, yeah.
That fear, with that fear consuming me while I'm reading, the fear is there. So unfortunately, I didn't recognize it then that because the fear was there, I had low assimilation rates. I couldn't sleep well. My mates were already in 200 level in IFE and all of that. So that was the turning point in my life. So I got into another school to write WAEC the 4th time.
The 4th time?
The 4th time, yes. The 4th time,
You were a customer then.
I became a customer, I became a customer. So the 4th time while writing it, because I had seen my mates being in 200 level, so I had no friends again because they felt like, they were bigger than me and all of that. So I couldn't play with the ones behind me. So I was in my own zone, trying to get out of myself. So that was where I introduced the force. That was where I introduced the power. That there must be a reason why, I had to write this thing 4 times. And it started looking like these exams are so familiar that I even know the answers before attempting the question. So that was how I used my fear. I broke it down myself to say, no, I am bigger than WAEC. I am bigger than JAM. Let's not even go to the JAM story, because I had to rise above it. I had to rise above it to say, no, I want to get into the university. And whichever way I will get into it, I will try. And so that was how I got into University of Ado-Ekiti as a diploma student. So coming in as a diploma student, from day one,
I never knew this in school.
You never knew this, yeah. So coming in as a diploma student who had failed a lot of time, I couldn't afford missing a class. That's why you would see that, I was over serious, kind of. When I was getting into school, I told myself, I'm not going to play. I'm not going to have a relationship. I'm not going to date anybody. I'm not going to do a lot of, there were so many, a lot of, because I had written, the exams over and over before getting into school. So I got involved with some people who I asked, questions. How do you don't have any C's? Make sure the only B's you have for every A you have, for every B you have 3 A's to counter the B and all of that. So I started running with that. Why? Because I had a fear of, I don't want to experience what I experienced while I was dealing with WAEC. And so it became a force. It became something that pushed me to doing a lot of things. One of the reasons why you realize that I got very close to one of my friends who got the best graduating student. Omotolubu is just here now.
Omotolubu is watching live all the way from Canada. I can see him.
I got so close to him because I did not want to fail. I didn't want to have that experience I came with from my secondary school. And so I ran with it throughout the university. I ran with it outside the university. I am still running with it now. I actually enjoy having that fear. The fear of me not being broke pushes me to have a plan B. The
so
fear
what
of
you are
me,
saying,
the
your fear
not being,
has
my
become an
fear
energy.
has become a great energy for me. I have a lot of near miss in life. I've had a lot of near misses and all of that, but I enjoy them. I enjoy the experience. But the repeat of it is what now pushed me to my next level. Let me share with you when I was serving in 49,500 naira every month. So I sat down. I said, people always say that when you, after serving, you may not get a job for 1 year, 2 years. So how do you live? So I told myself, this 49,500, I will only live with 9,500. You see that 40,000 naira that Oshoni Bank is giving me, I won't touch it, even if the heaven will fall. So the fear of being broke after service year made me save the all of my corpus allowance, which was 480,000 naira when I was done. And I didn't just save it. Yeah, I didn't just save it. I opened an investment account with the bank, and it was growing. So when I got out, because we were supposed to have been retained, but the bank actually laid off because of the 2008 banking crisis at that time. Okay. So the 480,000 naira that I had when I left Oceanic Bank, I sat down and I said, yes, I'll go job hunting, but what will I do with this money? So I started network marketing, Forever Living Product, GNLD. I'll dress up in the morning as if I'm going to bank, and then I'll walk into offices to sell. You understand? And I got another job on on that part of network marketing, and I got back into the corporate world. So the fear of not being able to live well tomorrow has been an energy for me. It has been an energy for me. Yes, it has been an energy.
And that is what this conference just like the words of Tony Robbins, that fear is an energy. So all we need to do is to use it to generate who are still afraid to launch out, because this crisis presents opportunity, and that opportunity must be explored totally. Exactly. And from your story, it's been powerful. Let's have some interactions with people who are watching before we go to the next question. Akonle Matthew, thank you for joining. TD Law for sure, thank you for joining. Omot _Olu.Olu, that's Omot Olubu in Canada. What a way to start the session. Well done. Thank you. Shakespearean, listening to your story, says determination is key. That's my brother, Shegun Pelemo. And then Valerie's Interior says fear that propels to success. Steve-O Poet, that's Alayode Stephen T. Thank you for joining. Our fear has turned to a great energy. Okay. Omot still says, Tokwe is my blood. I love her to beat. So, inspiring story there from Steve-O Poet. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Well, right now we are still going to come back to the comment section, you know, and then we will take questions if time permits. We definitely will create time for questions, no doubt about that. Okay. Now, Tope, as an expert in one of the biggest financial institutions in Nigeria, if we will not deny the fact, you know, we are in of what our current situation is like financially, looking at various factors such as the global world, oil price crash, the economic impact of this shutdown, and so on, and using it as a springboard to go into the next level of your life?
Okay, it's a wonderful question and it's timely. However, I'll just tell us the economic indices, because I don't want us to dwell on the indices, because without the indices we can already see that things are bad. Yes. As at today, the exchange rate is alarming. Pounds this morning is going for 520. USD is going, yes, USD is going for 430. Euro, 430. Yes, Euro is 435 as at this morning, Thursday, 30th of April, 2020. Inflation rate is at 12.2. It's really bad. The crude oil,
high, that's double digits.
Yes, it's double digits, and it's growing. 12.2 is growing. The crude oil is picking up, you know, at $12. You know,
yeah.
But things are allowing it to be. I was sharing with somebody that you can actually prosper more than the economy, you know. And the guy was saying how. I said, first look at the structure of your income. What makes up your income? Because what Nigeria is suffering now is what makes up our income.
Our income.
We depend fully on crude oil. You understand? That's what makes up our income. You understand? So that's now that income is impaired. The power to even generate more is encumbered. So that's the basis of our problem. Now imagine if we have a structure or income structure that is not fully dependent on crude oil. Imagine us being an export dependent country. We will look at crude oil and say, yes, our income has reduced. We will not say our income has vanished. Because the way it is now, it has vanished.
Has vanished.
Yes. Wow. So things are bad financially. But you know, there's a little light in this tunnel that we are in. And that is if we individually want to light up our income ourselves. Now, what do I mean by that?
Okay.
If you look at the structure of your income, you're earning your income in Naira.
Yeah.
You're a little safe.
Okay.
So if your expense is 80 Naira, you know, and then all you have left is 20 Naira, what you can do is to adjust your expense. If your income is static at 100, is Naira, 100 Naira.
Yeah.
What you can do is to adjust that your expense